Welcome back. This is the Wrigley Wrap Up Part 2 for John the Prepare My channel. Let's get in it.
Playtime is over. Get your Prepared Mind merchandise to show your support for the channel, stop censorship, and to tell YouTube they can smoke it. Get prepared now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel on Patreon, on YouTube. For you YouTubers, for $2 a month, you get videos 6 days a week, and we do live Saturday broadcasts. Typically they run about 2 hours, but that's only $2 for the whole month. So anyways, that's the offer we've got over there if you want to see what we have to talk about every day. But for now, it's the weekly wrap-up. So the weekly wrap-up. What do we wrap about here? Well, are we closer to shitting the fan or further? Right, that's the big question. Are things getting better? Are things getting worse? This week was a seminal week. We had a lot of big moves. Where do I want to start? That's a great question. Let's start with the stock market. It finished down today from its highs, about 200 points down from its highs. It started tanking at the end. The market is very weak. The market is not the economy. The market is what people are willing to buy and sell for money, their ownership in companies they think are doing well. And it's been very shaky since that February correction. The dollar got stronger, and now the dollar is starting to get weaker again. You know, what I like to see is consistency, stability, right? A direction that something's going, right? That's what this video is about. It's the direction we're going towards shitting the fan. Makes life a little easier. You can make it more predictable. You can prepare for things. Now, when the stock market goes up and the stock market goes down, the stock market goes up, then it goes down. It's not stable. It's volatile. As a result, you can't count on it unless you're one of these trader types that wants to make money when it goes up and goes down off of your investments. You're not going to like it a whole lot. Anyways, the market's looking weak. But more important than the stock market this week is what's going on with banks. Here in America, the Federal Reserve did some stress tests, which is bullshit. It's just their way to try and convince the world, you Americans, that everything's just fine. We did some stress tests. We had a little of this and a little of that, but overall, things look really good. Go ahead and keep sending your money to us, please. But some other important tests happen, right? The big bank worries right now are over in Europe. Italy has some serious issues. Germany has some serious issues. Deutsche Bank in particular. And they're continuing to show absolute terrible indicators. Of course, they're not trying to oversell it. They don't want everyone to panic. They don't want to collapse. They don't want bank runs. Flirting with that since the crash of '08. They've done their own version of QE. Right? They flood the market. They lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, just like the American banks do. But they're having a harder time keeping it up. And the reason I'm going to say that is Europe is much more socialist than the United States of America. Right? We still have this belief over here that if you work really hard, you just might win. You might get ahead, in other words. You might make some money and live a better life.
That's a lie.
Over in Europe, a lot of them don't want to work hard. They want to take all the entitlements they can get, and they want the banks to keep giving. Damn it, keep giving, and they'll keep maybe working. And the most industrious nation is Germany, but that same enthusiasm and willingness to work hard is used by the banking Germans, who are working really hard using their ingenuity to screw people over with the banking system. You know, we had a big banking collapse in 2008, and right now Deutsche Bank is holding more debt, more derivatives, more garbage, more shit than Lehman Brothers and all these other companies. Companies, a lot of them you just don't hear about anymore. It's funny how every time we have a recession, there's corporations that just go away. Right? Up in smoke. Now, some other big General Electric, one of the original Dow participants, is off the Dow Jones. It was the last one and the one that's been around for a long time from the very beginning. So what that says is the index is reflecting companies that the Dow is being good. They really index to be as good as the others. Just ask yourself this question. We've got the FANG stocks, Facebook, create anything of real value, our infrastructure, and they expand their business by buying other things, but they're not really doing their job. You know, where is the source of the problem? Why haven't they figured it out? What the fuck are they doing? Right, we pay these clowns, the San Pellegrino, and so sneaking up, right? They're snapping pictures. Now they can convolute it. I guess AI does as well. It wants to do what it wants. It doesn't want to be pinned down. So keep your eye on that shit. It's certainly not getting any better. It's continuing to show us that it's just going to do what it wants. Now on to some really big pieces of information that you need to have as a prepper. This week, we had massive stupid coming from our good buddy, Maxine Waters, Democrat, California, who came out and said Republicans from the Trump administration, the Trump cabinet, they're not welcome anymore anywhere. And she made many comments, and she's instigating harassment. Harassment leads to violence, leads to bullying, leads to what? Political censorship, leads to all kinds of problems. By the end of the week, we had some clown shooting people in D.C. I want to thank everybody who sends me information to research and help out. Out of Maxine Waters. So, hey, and this just sprays the eyes. Would be the end of it. Came out and told her to back off. Not only did she double down, but she tripled down. Now, if you think about it, the Democrats, that's the ones on the street, the everyday Democrats, it's done by what? Young, impressionable liberals. You know, it doesn't mean that there can't be a shooter who's a conservative, but we're getting liberals. What's that tell you? They're getting wound up. Wound up. getting influenced. Like they're not getting their way, the politicians and media. Pass them around. You're to assault them. Defend yourself. It's a fucking completely different game than I'm playing. Completely different game. To light number one, she has a pretty damn low IQ. She's just not that bright. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She's not the brightest candle in the box. Her cheese is, that's right. And McKay Waters is playing to her base and say, oh, you need to stop that, Maxine. The loony left.
Alright guys, yeah, this is 33-minute video, so I don't